All right, who's seen the meme that says when the first sip of coffee touches your soul? I don't know who created that, but it's brilliant and I know exactly what they're referring to because this coffee is exactly what I need to warm my soul. Anyways, welcome back to my corner of YouTube, my tiny little corner. So if you are here, thank you for coming back. If you're new, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the little button right down there to subscribe. It's been one heck of a week. I haven't done a video in a couple weeks. It's been a little bit crazy. You can hear my voice. That's not the video sound, that's actually me this week. I sound a little bit like Cookie Monster and Elmo had a baby. I don't know. But that is thanks to this crazy week. I haven't had time to do videos, which is the truth. We put Jack in swimming. It was a little bit crazy. Henry's been a little bit whiny. He's 8 months old now, which isn't why he's whiny. He's just coincidentally a little bit more needy these days. And yes, so that meme, drops of coffee touching your soul. I get it. I get it. So, today's coffee actually is in my Dunder Mifflin mug, and today I am drinking the Pike Place Roast from Starbucks. And the video I have decided to do, thanks to the crazy week that I just had, is my 5 recommendations for people who are trying to get pregnant. So if that doesn't summarize a little bit of a rough week, I'm going to use what I've learned, and hopefully anybody who's watching this, if you're trying to start a family, listen to me. So my first recommendation to people trying to start a family or get pregnant or adopt, or just anyone who's wanting tiny little humans to join their household, is to go out for dinner to somewhere fancy and expensive. And I know you're like, that's weird, you can do that after you have kids. That's true, but it's not the same. And I promise you that. It just isn't. When we go out for dinner now, it's almost like this small, like this tiny guilty feeling that we're doing something without our tiny humans. And sometimes like budget and timing and babysitters or like work will get in the way. So like coordinating all of this stuff just so that we can have a night out is a bit of a nightmare. Sometimes, not all the times, I don't want to be dramatic, but that is my super simple first recommendation, is to go out for dinner to somewhere fancy and expensive, order what you want, take as long as you want, there's no time limit, you don't have to tag kids along with you, organize babysitters, any of that. I'm telling you, these things don't go unnoticed once you have kids. So rather than once you have kids and having to go to places that are kid-friendly all the time or coordinate babysitters and pay babysitters, unless you have really awesome grandparents like we do, but dinner, do it. Expensive. You like lobster, if that's something fancy for you. I don't, and Chris is allergic to sea fish, so that's not an option for us. But steak, somewhere fun, pack you and your partner up, go out for dinner, and enjoy it. Enjoy the time together eating. My second recommendation, and I know we've all seen those memes, this whole era of like Hard Knock Mom is a real thing now. Like, I don't know, and I dare I say, like, moms used to like suffer in silence, and somehow the millions of things that we do all day long just got done. But now we have social media, so now we are very outward in like recognizing that it's a bit of a struggle and it's a pain. And if you don't have kids, or in my house, if you're the boy, the man, the spouse, you don't quite understand the nightmare that goes on here in the 8 hours while you're at work. Anyways, my second recommendation, and I do know you have all seen these, any kind of meme, picture on social media about Moms not being able to go to the bathroom alone, it's real. It's real. And I don't mean just moms, I guess people in general. But for me, I'm the one who stays home during the day. I'm on maternity leave. I'm the one who gets no peace and quiet in the bathroom. So my second recommendation would be to enjoy your bathroom time by yourself. Take a book. Even, and I don't mean just like toilet time, like bathtub, shower. I can't remember the last time I had a hot shower that lasted more than 6 minutes that wasn't either accompanied with a kid or there wasn't a kid sitting outside the shower on the floor waiting for me or whining to get in. I'm serious. So, the same goes for toilet time. Same thing. I can't remember the last time throughout the day when I'm here by myself, and sometimes even when Chris is home, when I get to go to the bathroom alone. It's not a thing. So, for those of you wanting tiny humans in your household, creating them, adopting them, either way, enjoy your bathroom time to yourself. Take a book, take your phone, just enjoy it. It's supposed to be a private time. You will lose it. I promise you. And people, there's always one who's like, not me. Yes, you. It's coming. My third recommendation is pretty broad, but it is to enjoy your free time and the ability to be impulsive. And I mean that. You're sitting in your living room one day and you're like, we need groceries. Think I'll go. You can literally just get yourself up, put yourself in the car, and go do that. If you want to make 15 stops, you want to stop at Superstore and then Walmart and then Dairy Queen for an ice cream and get in and out. Oh, and you want to go to Max just to buy milk separately, forgot milk. It's not an issue. There are no car seats in and out. Once you have one kid, 2 kids, 2+ kids, it's a pain. There's car seats, there's juggling, nightmare. Enjoy the ability to be impulsive. Same thing. Someone phones you up, they're like, bring, I'm on my way out. Like yesterday, I had a friend, she went kayaking, and while I wasn't able to go anyways, sometimes I feel as if people can't invite you because they realize that you're kind of tied down through, like with little kids. So like, you can't just pick up and go. That's not a thing. And free time, you have to think of other people. Once you have kids, free time is very seldom. It's something you have to organize, which makes it a lot less impulsive, which is exactly what I'm talking about. Without little people, you're at your own free will to do what you want, when you want. And that is something I miss so much. Like, just in general. And I love having them around. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it would be nice once in a while if I wanted to pick up and go swim at the beach without having to pack half my household and 18 floaties and 14 bottles of sunscreen and 2 kids in my car and then clean up and do it all in reverse when we got home. Sometimes I just would like to do that on my own. It's not an option. Enjoy it while you can. Any kind of free time and impulse activity, enjoy it. That brings me to my fourth recommendation, which is to travel. If you don't have kids yet, you're wanting them, you're trying for them, it's not, travel. Do it. Up the street, 2 towns over, go to a destination wedding, go to Italy. If you want to go to Italy, just do it. I would recommend that you do it before you have kids, or at least while you're trying to have them, or even once you're pregnant, travel. It's easier to travel pregnant than it is with little kids. Even across the border, we go all the time across the border here from BC into Washington, and you have to bring like paperwork for them, and it's just a pain. So when you're pregnant, it's not an issue. They just recognize that's your passenger. Who cares? Bye-bye. But seriously, travel. It's so much easier flying on an airplane with little kids, and I know by experience is awful. It might not be everyone's experience. It's just so much more stressful than just going by yourself. There's so much extra stuff, baby stations, all the different amounts of clothes, bottles, breast pumps, toys, even like mostly just clothes, spare things. Are they gonna poop things? Are they gonna explode things? If they're eating solids, they're spilling and dripping. If you don't have kids, this isn't an issue. And I'm not saying delay having kids so that you can travel. Just if you don't have them yet and you'd like to, if there's just this one fun thing you'd like to do before you have kids, do it. And I just want to disclose, you can travel with kids once you have them. I'm just saying it's much easier to do before. So if Chris and I decided we wanted to go to Italy for a honeymoon, we can't do that. It's not a thing at the moment. Our kids are too little. It's too hard to ask someone to, like even for our honeymoon for real, for September, we can't ask someone to keep our 3.5-year-old and then he'll be like 10 months old, our 10-month-old for a week. Like that's a lot to ask of someone. So it's just a lot of work. So my fourth recommendation would be if you have somewhere you'd like to go or been wanting to go before it became a big hullabaloo, we'll call it, I would recommend traveling before you have these tiny humans in your household. It's just a little bit less stressful, a little bit easier for you. I also just want to point out too, I've done quite a bit of traveling in my life. In my 30 years, when I was in the military, I was on 4 different bases. Before that, even in high school, I have been to England and France. I've been across the border into the US, over at the New York side here in Washington. We've driven across Canada, here in BC. Now, even that we have kids, we travel all the time. If you're following me on Instagram, you'll see we've been going to beaches often. So you can travel once you have kids. I'm not saying I missed out on traveling and that now it can't happen because I have kids. I traveled lots beforehand. We went to, same thing, Mexico and Jamaica. I've done the sunny vacation. I've done the touristy vacations. I didn't miss out. This is why I'm telling you. It was much easier to do before we had little people in the house. That's why I recommend doing it before you have them. So my last and probably most important recommendation is for women looking to be pregnant, men and ladies and partners who are adopting. Doesn't apply to you, but ladies looking to get pregnant, listen to me. Book yourself an hour of time, get your smartphone or your camera, and go home and take hundreds of photos of your body. I mean it. Hundreds. Every angle. From the back, selfie, full length. I mean it. Your bum, your legs. Even if you think right now that you don't like your body, or like, oh, it's la la la. All women seem to hate their bodies. I don't understand. It's what you were given. It's what you've earned or how you let it become or whatever. But it's yours. And I'm telling you, just go home and take hundreds of photos. Your body will never be the same after you have a baby. And there's always like crazy people who have babies and they spring right back. My mother and my sister-in-law are 2 of those people. My sister-in-law has carried 5 babies inside her body. She is this big. I don't know how she does that. I've never seen her naked though, but I can almost guarantee you her body is not the same as it was before she had those babies. It just isn't. It can't be. Your body can't go unchanged when you go through the experience. I'm sorry. There's a stretch mark somewhere or a chains. You're a little bit wider somewhere. Maybe your feet are a little bit longer. And I know that sounds scary. Those are real too. So you might want to look up on that. But your body will change. I miss mine pre-baby so damn bad. I used to have the nicest legs. I now, at 30, have varicose veins. Thank you to my children who filled me with twice the amount of blood my body needed while pregnant so that I could give them life, and my veins weren't up to the task. And now I have lovely marks to remember it. Same thing, I am covered head to toe in stretch marks. With Jack, it was everywhere but the belly. Henry came along and fixed me right up. He covered the belly everywhere. I don't regret any of it. I don't mind my body. People who are weird about bathing suits and beach bodies, you know how you get a beach body? You put a bathing suit on, you go to the beach. Seriously, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be crazy about that whole topic. Just love the body that you got. I'm just saying, you want to remember the one you had before. I wish I'd have taken more photos. So go home, set yourself some time, take 100 photos at least, save them in a box, and then when you're like 10 months postpartum, you go back, you look at that, and you're like, oh my gosh, they used to sit so much higher. And if you're laughing right now, that's real. Only unicorn pregnant women escape all this stuff. And I'm not even sure they do. I think they're lying. But that is my last recommendation. And I don't know. Just from my own experience, if I could go back, just 5 things that I would cherish and do a little bit more beforehand. But all is well. And you just gotta accept things as they come. You gotta adapt. So this is my life as a mom now. This is my body, and I'm cool with that. So I hope the video was at least a little bit entertaining. I hope you listen. I would enjoy if you actually do take the photos. That would be fun, because that one I'm really serious about, and the traveling and all of it, really. But yes, if you would like to, please subscribe. There's a little button just down here. And I hope to see you back at my next video. Thanks for watching.